No, we
Yes.
didn't. So did we stop it here?
Yes, exactly.
Did anyone give it a try?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did it.
Was working?
The
All
activity,
good?
yes.
Perfect. Okay. I think maybe here we start this. I think that's where we stopped it. Anyways. So you all signed your names on the paper, attendance. Can I have the paper, please? Thank you. All right. Today we're starting, inshallah, list views at a new topic.
دكتور عادي نحط أسامينا مع الناس الجاية بعدين. Thank you.
So we will start the new part now, talking about the list views, comparing it also to what we've seen already in the combo box, okay? So previously, and if you remember, the combo box allows a maximum of how many choice? One choice at a time, right? All right, so back here, all right, if I ask you where is the banana located? Can you give me a location for it?
F.
It's F, okay. If I tell you where's the duck, this is
What?
duck.
Duck.
G.
G, okay. Pineapple.
E. Sorry, C.
C, nice. So, does that remind you with anything?
Linked list.
In general, like arrays, right?
Yeah.
Time to flip the page. So that's similar to the array concept, right? Again, you have an index and a value, right? Index is the position, usually. Sure. Right. Let's look at this here. So list view. Now this is how we create one. We have list view. That's the class name, our object, new list view with the constructor call. So what's a list view? Remember when I showed you before an interface that has some options. Each of them lists, let's say, a text for you. You can click on any of these items. So this is what we call a list view. Yes? Now, the key difference between a list view and a combo box, and keep this in mind, list view can hopefully allow you to pick a single choice or more. So you have both controls on it.
يعني we check two.
You can check 2, 3, 4.
A complex one.
Combo box only one. Yes, sure. Now, here we have set preferred width and set preferred height. So in your interface, how will this be limited in terms of width?
بس هذا بالنهاية يشبه التشيك بوكس صح؟
Yeah, it is. It is. I'll show it to you now. So I can control how big it takes from my screen size, width and height, right? So set preferred width, set preferred height could be used for this.
These methods like the line methods, right?
What?
The line.
Line?
Text area.
Oh, text area, sorry.
Yeah, text area,
Yes,
yes.
sorry.
And there is also set preferred size. And it takes 2 arguments. One is width, second is height.
This is for what?
I mean, instead of using the 2 methods, You can do it with a shortcut, set preferred size. Now there is also the set orientation, and here you decide whether it's horizontal or vertical, right? Now, we talked about
Get parts.
now let's add this to the list. See? Same family. Now this one, where do we use it?
The panes.
Most of the paint types, right? This one,
Polygon.
polygon, polyline, right? This one,
List view.
list of views. Nice. And
Used it somewhere.
Combo box.
combo box, both of them. So combo box and list of view, both of them actually use it. So here we have dot add or dot add all, depending on how many possible items you want to push. Now let's look at this example. I have here my list of view, right? I have all these statements to simply add items one by one to it. Can I do it in a shortcut? Add all, and then you do it in a single line statement, right? Then I have here set preferred width. This is 100 pixels. Yes? Set orientation, and this is set to be vertical. Okay. Can I change it and make it horizontal?
Yes.
Yes. So again, this is how the vertical looks like. So it's a place where you can find lots of options, but these options are clicked, exactly. Now by default, it allows a maximum of a single choice. That's the default. But I can play with the settings to make sure this is accepting more than one input. So here, this is the vertical orientation. This is how it looks if this was horizontal orientation. So here, of course, depending on the space I put here. Remember, I put here a fixed size for the width, which is 100 pixels.
That's why it's not taking the whole page.
Yes, yes, exactly. So if I expand it, this is going to take more than 100 pixels, right?
I have a question.
Clear?
I have a question.
Okay.
Doctor, I have a question.
Yes, I'm sorry, I'm hearing something. Okay, where's your voice? Yes,
Yeah. How do I know when it's pixels and when it's spaces?
always pixels. The only thing, and we will discuss it today, is when we talk about values. So values are just treated like numbers. Okay? But when we say measurements, x, y, size, width, height, this is entirely pixels, especially dealing with the graphical user interface. I mean, even if later when you move, let's say, to web or mobile, it's still in pixels. And you will learn a few other units that we can use or convert to. But default, pixels.
So by default, it takes only
Which,
list view. It takes only.
yes, only single choice.
And
Yes,
if we want more, how?
coming next. Okay.
Thank
Right,
you.
let's see this. How many items there in my list?
Two.
Riyadh and? Nice. Now, how do you press an item?
With the
Click on
mouse.
You press it with the mouse. So here it fires a mouse event, right? I can still take the input, save it, and I do it when this button is clicked. In that case, it turns into
Action.
action event. Excellent.
لا ما فهمت شلون.
Tamam. So I make a choice here, but I don't fire the event immediately. I don't find the action taking place, the handler.
فيصير action.
It only waits this button to be clicked for it, let's say, to provide me any output. Okay?
فيصير action.
Now, in that case, it's action event. Okay? Again, keep on asking yourself
One was fired.
when to see the action, when you start seeing it, which reflects when actually the handler gets activated, right?
Now, if we click it, then it shows this is action.
Yeah, if you click it with the mouse, here, if I choose Riyadh, there's something happen in my interface, this is mouse event. If it waits for me to confirm, because again, this might be part of a whole form, right? So it might be that You ask, let's say, for the username, possible password, location, nationality, gender, right? And then you combine all of these inputs to register someone for a new account. In that case, will it be mouse event?
No.
Action.
It will be action, because it will wait the final confirmation message,
Okay.
right?
يعني it's كيف يعني after
Again.
it's
The way you do it, let's say when you're registering for a new account, any website, it asks you for many things, right?
yes.
Could be checkbox, could be, I don't know, could be radio button, and then I could have here combo box, let's say. Then below here I could have a list view. Okay? And once you finish entering all data, you simply press a button. This button, save your data into the backend database. Now what's happening here?
Action.
That's action, right? Now if I fill, and then I came here, I choose one, I found something here visible.
After I choose that one.
Here, just by making this difference, okay? Now this is action or mouse?
Mouse.
This is mouse. But for the rest of the form it might be still linked to the button.
Okay.
Later you will take something like, what is it called? Immediate response system, yeah. Immediate response system. Please.
I have a question. Like you mentioned the checkbox, aren't we clicking with the mouse? So how is that only action? Because it's a button at the end of the day.
When you come again?
Like for example, for the checkbox, you have to use your mouse to click it to check it.
Yes.
So I know we click it, it's a button that's action.
Yeah.
Why is it not mouse in that case? Because you're still using the cursor.
Okay, so again, come back to the tree that we discussed. So we have bottom paste, and what comes under bottom paste?
Checkbox.
Checkbox, radio buttons, and normal buttons.
Yeah.
That's why they all fire the same type of events. Okay? That's a good notice. It appears to be mouse, yes,
It's like
but the way it is implemented in the bottom paste class, it is actually an action event, yes. That's why I told you can still get into the source code and implement it your own way. That's why it's open source, right? Okay, so is that clear so far? Okay. Now, list view, that's another example. Okay. Now here, let me just elaborate on this before we start. We've seen so far all right, the first one here. Where do we use it? Get text, set text.
Label.
Post, text,
Text.
more,
Text field.
text field,
Text.
text area, nice. Get value, set value. Where do we use it?
Get value, set value for the, for the
What?
combo box.
Combo box, excellent. Yes, combo box. Later, you will see it in two other things. Sliders and scroll bars. Okay? Now let's get into that longest form. Get selection model. You see that? Capital S, capital M. Then here, remember we said a list view item has what? Two things. An index and a value. So using the selection model, I can get access to the selected index or selected value, right? Now, what is the difference between, let me ask you this, it's not here. There's something we call get focus model, something we know as get selection model. What is the difference between both?
Is it when you press on the mouse and you want something especially to be pressed, you get focus model, but you want like the whole place, just the whole area of this button, you use get selection model.
I think you get it, but rephrase it.
Yeah.
I have this model, let's say. Let me give you a login, a simple login.
Yes.
Explain it to me.
For example,
Let's call this A, B, C.
yes. If you want just A to be clicked, like
Yeah.
in the area of A, you're gonna use get focus model.
Excellent.
But for example, if you want the whole page, if you click it, it takes you to another link or something for the whole thing. You can use get selection model.
Nice, very good. And how many possible? Okay, let me show you actually one of the applications. You have Zoom here? Okay, do you see this? Okay, I have here to click the sign in button, right? See this? I'm just moving with the tab. You see that?
Yes.
فوكس صار على
You see what's happening? What is that? See the change?
فوكس على الأشياء معينة.
I'm putting a focus on a given control, right?
No specific value.
Big value?
لا عندك.
I don't get it. Sorry.
يعني when you do it, the focus this, you're getting focus in a specific
Control.
control.
Yes. Excellent. Very good. Meaning, so if this one is on focus, it means I can interact with it directly, right? Without
Without
pressing it
anything. Yeah.
with my mouse. So by default, you can make this to facilitate on the user having a single input, which is set there by default on a focus mode. And again, this is a maximum of how many possible control?
One.
You can have maximum one of them focused, right? Alright.
But selected, I can have more than. So that's
Now, if I select this, for example, now this is selected and
focus.
focused, right? So having it selected means it's focused. Having it focused doesn't mean it's
Selected.
Very good. Alright, who's that? Right, that's why we introduced here these two models. We have get selection model and get focus model. Both of them you can access the index and the item, the value itself. Same here. Get focused index, get focused item. But let me show you an example now, since you understand it. I have this, Riyadh, Jeddah. I press the first one, I get it duplicated twice. Why is that?
لأن عادة كرر مرتين.
Because the selected, it became focused. So two.
Excellent. So now it trans this part
This
and it
part and
trans
focus.
this part, right? Okay. Let's move to the next example. So you asked it before, how can I make it more than one? Right?
Yes.
How I make it more than one choice.
Yeah.
Now this is how you do it. Look at this statement.
And action.
Yes, Farah.
For the previous one, if I only focused on it, so I only put my mouse, if I only put my mouse on like Riyadh or Jeddah, it's gonna print it once.
If it was focused,
So
yes.
we have both right now.
So similar to the get, you can have set. Yeah? So you can embed your model to set a focus on a given item. Okay? Now in that case, you have it focused
But not selected.
but not selected. So you get it
So
only
once.
once. True.
Doctor.
ما فهمت.
Yes. Again, Noura, did you understand the Zoom example?
إيه.
So it means when I have the item on focus, I can interact with it directly, right? So it means like with a single, let's say, enter press, this item can be clicked, right?
تمام.
Now, we agreed, when I have it focused, it means
Selected.
not selected.
إذا
I have to
selected.
press it.
أوكي.
Yeah, so it's active, but you haven't yet interacted with it. Once you interact, it becomes Selected.
So when it's selected, it's focused.
When it's selected, it's focused. Yes, obviously. Yeah.
Doctor, I have a question. If you switch the statements, would it print once or would it still print twice?
Twice. Still.
Still?
Because again, it's focused and it's selected, right? You can still link it with an if condition if you want. If you want to make a
Yes.
limitation, yeah, you can make it if.
But in that case I guess it's good. Wait. If we إذا عكسناهم بصير مو لازم يكون selected ممكن يكون focused وخلص at terminates ولا لا.
That's your assignment for next time, okay? I want you to use the same code, flip these two statements.
Okay.
Tell me your observation, okay?
Yes.
My observation here is gonna act the same exact way.
ما راح يتغير.
No change. Again, keep in mind the compiler does run it statement by another, right?
بس بالنهاية بيوصل selected ويرجع.
Exactly. Keep in mind this is inside a single handler. Come on? I'm not using two separate handlers here. So if this handler goes done, here, so once the mouse is clicked on it, it will figure out if it's focused and if it's selected, right? Making a mouse click on it means what? It is selected. And obviously it means
So where is the scenario where it's not?
it's not.
Yeah, if I click it, it's gonna print it twice either way, no?
Yeah, you can take this out. You don't have to make it inside.
I meant in this here,
Hmm.
no matter what, like if I click it, it's gonna always print it twice.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, here, of course, I'm printing it twice. You don't have to add the whole statement.
Okay.
I'm just showing it to you. If you want to make something on focus, that's how you do it. So again, on focus means it's active. Now you can customize what kind of interaction you do with it. Okay? Make sense? Now the second example here is turning it into multi-choice mode. How to do it? Again, get selection model. Now this is the tricky part. Set, okay? Not get. Set selection
Mode.
mood. No L.
Yes.
Mood, not model. I've seen this a lot, okay? So this is mood. Now inside here, we repeat again. This is how you memorize it, okay? Take this, again repeat. Dot, multiple. Default is
One.
single.
What do you mean by this line?
To make
What
it
do
more
you
than
mean by
one
this?
choice.
We're making it more.
Now I can make more than one choice. Look at the demo to understand. Now this is Riyadh and Jeddah. See this? So this is now single mode. Actually, this is still multiple mode, but see this? See how it's printed? The index? It's no longer printing it 0. It's putting it in an array form.
Why?
ليه استخدم الألف؟
Why?
لأنه
لأنه
multiple صار.
Because it became multiple. So
صار
what you
index.
expect, whether it's one or more, you're expecting what?
Index.
An array.
So if it's single, there's no array.
With single mode,
It's just gonna be
it's just a single value, exactly.
Doctor,
But how did we
So
make it
it's
an array
multiple
instead of
because
that?
it's
what's the point of getting the index?
Okay, that's a good question. What if I'm taking an input from the user and I want to replace an item here?
So you have to know the index to
You
access.
need to know the index.
Yeah.
Sometimes, especially when you deal, let's say, with the data structure, you might be adding an item in between, which we call insertion sort. Right? So you take an item from nowhere, and then you need to sort it, let's say, alphabetically to that new list. Which is the case, by the way, with countries. When you see countries, it's always alphabetically sorted, right?
Yes.
So with every new country that's supported on your system, this has to be taken, pushed into this list at real time, and it needs to know the exact location it goes in, right?
Yeah.
Answered?
Yes.
Okay, so if we want to select every time, we use this line multiple.
Yes.
So we use this line.
No, again, what?
If we want to select more than
That has nothing to do with selection. If you want to make more than one choice,
yeah,
this is how you do it, because you do it only once.
Yeah,
Not with every choice.
every time we use this line. يعني in every code.
Yes.
I mean.
And every new code, yes.
Okay.
You have to write this one.
And because it's multiple, this becomes the opposite is it's an array, right?
Yes, exactly. How did we turn it into array?
Because
Okay.
it's multiple, right?
Who can tell me what's the difference between this code and the previous one? Away from this statement.
الانdices.
indices.
Indices, thank you. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
So previously it was get selected what?
Selected.
Index.
Index, get selected.
Indices.
Items. When we deal with more than one choice,
Indices.
we turn them into
Plural.
indices and
And
items
items.
with an S. Okay? That's the only change. Yes.
I have a question, like Shahad mentioned, if I wanna add something in the middle.
Yeah.
Can I not just use an if statement instead of knowing the, like the index, and then just say if blah blah equals this and then include it?
Okay. And many times, like when you do it with linked lists, do you always know the exact number, or you make it part of for loops, let's say? I minus 1, I plus 1. That's how you deal with this, right?
Yeah.
So maybe I know that it's lower than, sorry, not lower, smaller than a value, greater than another. So you just need to put this into I minus 1, I plus 1 format. Right? So get access to that I, then deal with it as an index. Right? Okay, so here, again, I made a single choice on a multiple mode, so I get it like 0 in between brackets. I made more than one choice in a multiple mode, again, I get it separated by comma, right? Any questions so far? Now this part is a bit tricky. I need to understand it, okay? I'm not gonna ask you to type it, but you need to know it. So, if in case I prod it to you, it's going to be like I provide the code, but you need to validate maybe. Okay, so here we consider something we know as observable list view. So I have two import statements, one that goes for selection mode, which we refer to whenever we need
Select.
single or multiple. Yes?
Yeah.
Now, fx collection, I'm pretty sure you're aware of collections in general by now. What are collections?
Arrays.
Could be
Shapes.
List.
the array is one form. We can call it array
Combo
list.
box.
Linked
Linked
lists
list.
are part of collections. Queues, stacks,
Yeah.
Trees.
trees. Thank you. All of these are collections. Now, when we say fx collection, it means Java fx collections. Okay. So here you will even see something we know as observable array list. And I'm pretty sure you know already array list from before. But
Yeah.
when dealing with Java fx, it became this class here. So this whole part is a single statement now, okay? First part is the same like what we know. List view, declare with a given type. This allows for strings, integers,
Generic.
whatever,
Generic. Yeah.
generic type. Okay. Give it a proper object name, equal new list view. Till here, fine, right?
Yeah.
Then we can terminate it nicely and that's it.
Okay.
No, let's continue. Now I take fx collections, defining this to be observable list view, or array list, sorry. Observable array list, right? And here I'm telling it, okay, take all these items and place them inside my list view. Till here, fine, I'm just initializing it, but why do I need observable list view? Who can tell me?
Just to observe without any.
Good. Yes, tell me.
Maybe you can make it just like buttons. Sometimes like it's there, but we can't see it as users. But then here you can make it visible for users.
Okay,
So-
nice, nice. It needs more, more context.
Well,
It's okay, you're good.
So
Yeah.
just we need to observe it without doing any modification on the list.
آه، ممكن
This part is right.
Okay.
Second part you ruined it.
Okay.
maybe like sorting it, like observing هيك.
You close.
What are we
These are
observing?
possible actions.
What are we observing?
What are we observing?
The
Thank you.
items in the array list.
What?
The items in the array list.
Yes, and
The indices.
and
This is not
The indices and
The type.
any
Array
anything.
to indices or values. That's what I'm observing.
ما في فرق.
لا فرق. ما في فرق. Exactly. So it's the same. Like if it happens to the index, so no. So I can access, let's say, index 0, modify its own value. So instead of x, I make it y. That's a change in
الايتم.
the value, in the item itself, right? But I can move x from index 0
0 to 1.
to index 1. Now this is a change in
Index.
index, right?
So this is, we can't do it in the observe.
Both.
We can?
You can. Any change, any possible change you make.
So we change. It's not, yani, it's simply, it's not observing, just.
Okay, so saying observing, it means I'm keeping an active listener. Attach it to my list view. So without waiting now for the button click, now this is active, okay? So when something happens, this might reflect an action immediately. Yeah? Like, I actually talked about a point, but I forgot to completely discuss it. When I say interactive, what is it? When I say responsive, what was the word? Immediate responsive action, immediate response, okay? So for example, in filling a form, in many cases, like I ask you, let's say, to enter a username. So I enter Huda T, let's say, okay? Then I came to fill in the next text. Then I find this one
Red.
in red, okay? Telling me here, username is taken. Now what is that? Now this is the immediate response.
Okay.
Which means what? There is a listener active and link it to this item.
Okay.
So even before you finish the form
Yeah.
and press log in or whatever,
It observes it before
it keeps
you.
on observing, exactly. That's what we mean here. Same exact idea on a listed here. So any possible change happening to this item specifically has its own listener.
بس إذا
Before
إذا
entering.
إذا ما
It's
استخدمنا الحرف.
before anything, exactly. So now it's not linked to any other, no. Now this is an active listener attached to it. Yes, ma'am.
خلاص لا فهمت.
All good? Come.
Doctor, is the only implementation for this view array list?
Okay, why array list?
I mean, it's the safest to store indices and all of that.
Because you can change it.
I can see it in a different context. Again, you need to look into the FX collection, what kind of classes are supported with that. But for now, observable array list allow you to, at any point of time, add or delete, right? Because it's flexible in that sort, yes.
Doctor, I don't really understand.
Which part? We talk about
Well,
lots of things
this,
here.
how is this different from the other one without the observable?
Okay. See this?
Yeah.
That's the change. Here I have to make a mouse click. I have to make or fire an event
Yeah.
to tell it, okay, there is something happening. Yeah? The other one observes the values.